Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the show. I'm Ahura, and this is Ask the Unicorn. And I'm here with my trusty sidekick, Mirakazi.
Hello, today is November 23rd, 2016, and it is episode 108. And there's the camera. I always look up there.
You're enthralled with yourself on the TV.
No, I'm not.
It is episode 108 and is the day before Harvest Day. We have renamed this day tomorrow, and in lieu of what I see happening in South Dakota, I'm not too pleased with this day. However, we do all have many things to be thankful for, so I will think of it that way. However, as far as the whole romantic pilgrim and native thing, I'm just not into. Sorry. Yeah. Beyond that, welcome to the show. I'm Ahura Z. This is Ask the Unicorn. I answer questions of a metaphysical, spiritual, paranormal, and mystical nature. Any questions that you have. However, there are two types of questions that I do not answer, and there's whether or not someone's going to die, or whether or not someone is cheating on someone. If you want to address those things, you should probably ask the person that you're asking about. Beyond that, just about everything is fair game. We all want to learn. We all want to benefit from anything that is said and taught here. And for those of you that are students of mine, please keep your specific questions pertaining to what it is that you're being taught. Hold on to those until we have our classes, okay? Now, before I begin the show, there are a lot of things I'd like to address. I always give a shout out to all of my colleagues in the independent film market here in New England and in Maine specifically.
Seth is on, and he says, "Hi everyone, miss you guys."
Hey Seth, how you doing, bro? A good filmmaker that I know of is actually on today. That is Paco Seth Roberts, and he is one of many independent filmmakers that are here in Maine that are very good at what it is that they do. Seth is also a very good photographer. He likes doing epic things and epic shots, and, kind of creating this whole magical and mystical thing with his photography. You might check him out at PSR Images, if I have that correct. And you might check out his work. It's very, very good. Beyond that, there are a few other filmmakers that I always mention them. One of them being Alan Dillingham, and you might check out his work as well. And also myself, Ahura Z. The film that I'm working on is called Falkir, and I keep saying that it's almost done, and I'm sorry about that, but it's a lot of work. In case any of you have ever are working in the industry or have ever endeavored to do a film, it is a lot of work. But it's coming along very, very nicely. I will tell you that. I'm hoping to have the film done by the end of the year, and then be able to release it during the first part of the year next year. Now, there's a lot of madness that is going on out in the world today, and we all get to comment on it in Facebook and other social media forums. As we all know, Donald Trump is known now as the president-elect of the United States, which is comical, but okay. You can all deal with that however you're going to deal with that. What I might say is, if you're going to be out protesting things, if you're going to be out showing your disdain for things, try to keep it non-destructive if you can. Because it makes absolutely no sense to destroy public and private property based upon your disdain. It just doesn't make sense. You can say everything that you have to say. You can fully show your frustration and your anger and even your rage without destroying something, without causing some kind of violence, without doing something that's going to make you look like a blithering idiot, in the end. We all have things to say. And there are other people out there that will tell you, well, why don't you just move on? But, it doesn't work like that. You can't just move on. But what you can do is make sure that when you are protesting, see it for what it is, protesting. The very nature of a protest is to disrupt the normalcy of that which is called normal. However, I don't even know why I have to say this, but I'm going to say this anyway. Walking your protesting butt out into a highway of speeding cars is not protesting. That's called attempted suicide. And it is rather stupid, okay? So all of you out there that have you want to disrupt things, you want to change things, you want to make sure that somebody hears your voice, and you want to make sure that someone understands the heat of your passion. You know, your heat will be very, very short-lived if an 18-wheeler decides not to stop just because you go out there and decide to protest. You know, you can't do stuff like that. You know, I see stuff all the time, and people, they reply rudely and they say bad things, and, you know, everybody gets all frustrated. But listen, protest. Sometimes a peaceful protest doesn't work, as we see what's going on out in South Dakota, that they actually tried to hide.
Oh my God.
They really tried to hide. And how can any of us, stand by and watch silently what is happening there? Because these people are trying to protect the rights of their land and their water. Okay? They are being shot with water cannon and rubber bullets, and some of them are actually being seriously injured. They have had concussion grenades thrown at them. They have had all manner of atrocity happen to them, attacked by dogs. Dogs, okay? I have to say this. It's great that law enforcement uses dogs, but I actually, it's not great. I don't agree with it at all. Basically, what you've done is you've given animals precedence over humans. And that's not cool at all. Secondary, you've caused these dogs, or these great dogs, to go out and act in a way that is vicious, that is hurtful, that is violent, that is that which you would kill some other dog for, to have them go out and attack people. That's just vicious and hateful. I don't care what you try to call it. It's wrong and it's evil. On another note, well, not really, but kind of, to look at these fully armed police, militarized police officers, quote unquote, I'll say that really heavy quote, address people that are unarmed, have no weapons to speak of, and beating them and battering them and bludgeoning them and doing all of these hateful things, and then trying to keep it all quiet by causing a media blackout. And when someone does get the information out, try to arrest that person, is beyond evil. These are native tribes that typically, honestly, really, this land belongs to. This land that we call America. No, America was not created for the white man. No, America was not created for anyone other than whoever the hell wants to live here. But to villainize Native people, first family natives, is beyond evil. And how anyone who would claim that they have Native blood in them, how anyone that would claim that would sit silently and say it's all right and not be totally outraged is beyond me. Any of you that are out there that are listening to this right now, that claim to have Native blood, and you're remaining silent and you're saying it's okay and you're just letting it passively go by, allowing that to be normalized. When you get pictures and reports of these people out there starving, they are out there cold, they're being, who thinks to pour water on someone in sub-degree weather? That's outrageous. All of you that are sitting out there comfortably, turn in your Native cards. I just had to say that. Okay, so I'll try to keep my ranting down. But, you know, if you're going to do your protests, don't go destroying somebody's property because you wouldn't want them to do that to you. And stay your butts off of the highway. Go on the sides of the highway. That's fine.
What?
Yeah, if you have to be on the highway, stay out of the road. Just walk, there's that little line thing there. You got a little bit of space. Stand there and say, I'm protesting, and do what you have to do. What you should do is stop shopping at Walmart. What you should do is stop patronizing all of these places that are hooked into that whole water pipeline thing. What you should do, instead of sitting up there with your signs calling everybody names, is stop shopping at places that they patronize. Stop shopping at places that they are. That's how you do it. You hit them in their wallets. Stop insisting on going to the places that they support. You want to stop racism? Stop being nice to racists. Stop making excuses and saying it's okay. Stop it. You want to get rid of sexism? Stop doing things to, one, allow it to happen, excuse it away. Talking about a person that goes out and assaults women and telling them that, oh, well, they just are misunderstood. They need help. Well, they didn't get this. Knock it off. We've got Nazi groups in America. You remember the people that we fought against? Does anybody remember that? Kick them out. Kick them out. Kick them out of your lives. That's how you do that. People don't know how to protest anymore. Standing out in the middle of the road is dumb. Look at who you might be stopping. Maybe somebody does need an ambulance and you're in the way. That's not cool. Just thought I'd say that. I have my own thoughts as well. I know you all like to hear only the spiritual end, but guess what? The first level of spirituality is reality, and reality is what we deal with here. All of us have been pushed into politics. We have been dragged into having political discussions. And as far as groups going around attacking women, don't let me see it. I won't hold my camera up. I won't be recording it. I will be too busy sticking my foot in your royal behind. Don't let me catch that. Don't let me see it. Snatch your hijab off of someone's head, you better be really willing to lose your own hair. And if you have no hair, I'll snatch something else off. Just letting you know. Okay, fair warning, right? Okay. Now, that I've said all of that, keep your protests safe, okay? And respect other people's property, okay?
That might be Terry calling.
Who?
Terry. She's watching via Facebook.
That's Fluffy.
Oh, I'm sorry.
She'll have to leave a message. Sorry. Yes, that was Pokemon. I don't play Pokemon Go. I just like the song. Anyway, all of that being said, keep your protests reasonable, okay? Reasonable meaning disrupt things, but don't disrupt people's property. And don't go hitting people. What's wrong with you? Go out there doing all kinds of violent things. That makes you no better than the system you're trying to fight. In fact, it makes you the system you're trying to fight. You give them an excuse to complain about you. Okay, let's show some intelligence here. All right, moving on. All of that being said,
Yeah, you're gonna break
the unicorn's in. I'm listening. What have you got for me, oh darling daughter?
I can't believe she called while she knows you're in her show. I bet that was Taze.
Doesn't matter.
Lucia, Tawari, and Eva are on.
Greetings, all.
Michelle is on. Natalia sends a heart.
Greetings.
Heart.
There's a big heart for you. And if you look at it a certain way, it shows my mouth in the heart.
Charlie says hi.
Hey, Charlie.
I don't know which Charlie. Amy's Charlie. Amy's Charlie.
Mm-hmm. How you doing, little girl?
Little girl Charlie. Little giant girl Charlie. Lucia says, Greetings, guys. Happy Thankfulness Day. Question. Have you heard of the seal of Melchizedek?
Melchizedek. Yes, I have.
And if so,
and that's a long story.
Do its origins begin with
Melchizedek?
That person, or is it a creation of the Church of the Latter-day Saints?
No. It begins with Melchizedek.
I don't know who Melchizedek.
Long story.
Okay.
Lucia has great questions, but in order for me to answer a lot of his questions, it will take an hour or two.
And okay.
And incidentally, the Church of Latter-day Saints is actually kind of new. It's very, very new. The Mormon Church, however, is a little older than the LDS. And incidentally, my ex-brother-in-law was one of the inside the temple people of Church of Latter-day Saints. You know what his name is? And nobody ever believes me, but I'm telling you, that's his name, is Joseph Smith. I told two young boys that were Mormons, and they're out on their mission. And they were riding the bikes and stuff. And I said, oh, I have my ex-brother-in-law is, and they would say, oh yeah, what's his name? And I said, Joseph Smith. And they looked at me like all indignant and turned away and walked away. And I said, no, really, that's his name. Joseph Smith, the person that started.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but it begins with Melchizedek. That's the whole point. Okay, what else have we got?
He also says, I'm driving with my parents to Delaware, and a couple of hours ago.
Be safe.
He says, that's Christine again. I saw a hawk fly from the left and above and in front of the car. What message is being presented, brother? Can you want me to go take care of this?
No. I'll do it right now. Saw a hawk do what?
He said, I saw a hawk fly from the left and above and in front of the car. What message is being presented, brother?
That means that you're being led by Spirit, coming to take care of you. It's okay. You're in good hands.
Allstate. Sorry. You had the Allstate theme going on.
You're in good hands. That's what that means. It's just a bit of letting you know you're okay.
And yes, my hat is mesmerizing.
It is not.
Yes, it is. That's for Kelly. She's on, and she says she can't stop staring at my hat.
That's because it's goofy.
That was just.
You know what she tells
Kelly.
me all the time? She says, I'm a grown woman. Look what she was just doing.
What? Come on. Who doesn't do this with their hat? If you had a giant pom-pom on your hat
guy.
and this much space, you would swing it around like a fez or like a giant pom-pom.
No.
You want to try it?
No.
It's okay. You can try it.
No.
I won't tell.
It's quite all
You
right.
can try it later after the show.
No.
After the show.
Nope.
After dinner.
No.
When everybody's gone to bed.
No.
Try it.
Sorry.
You know you want to.
I have things to swing around.
Come on! No! Stop.
Well, there you go. See? I am the dad. Okay, what else have we got?
Let me see. Hold on. Pokemon. And Natalia has. Does she have a question?
How you doing there, young lady? How's everything going?
No, she was just saying heart.
Well, it is good to know that you're watching the show. It is good to know all of you are watching the show. I love doing this show. I love answering questions. I love being able to teach. I hope that I am helping you all. Remember, we all have something to be thankful for. You can do that on a daily basis. You don't have to worry. You don't have to wait until one day out of the year to be thankful for something. There's always something to be thankful about. Yeah.
The stores are closed tomorrow. Why is
that has nothing to do.
I'm trying to figure out why.
No, you stay with the show.
Okay. She keeps
Focus.
calling.
I said focus. All right. What do you have?
I don't have anything.
Wow, you guys are. Listen, you can't just be quiet. You have to say something. Ask me a question. For instance, you can even ask, what is this neat little thing that I have here? Oh, it is the fair maiden riding the unicorn across the mists of time. And then she turns and she waves at you, kind of. And then she rides on across the screen. As I said, I do love teaching, and I do love answering all of your questions, but that means you have to kind of ask questions. That's what Ask the Unicorn is. As I was saying, you probably all got a little, shocked by my previous rant, but we all have our thoughts, and I have my thoughts too. I am one of the most grounded mystics that you will ever meet. I keep my head in the stars. However, my feet are very firmly planted on the ground, which is the whole point. I had good teachers. They made sure that I stayed grounded no matter how lofty my thoughts were. And you would all do good to do the same thing. Is that her again?
That's Terry.
Hello, Terry.
Hi, Terry. I only have look. There's only one bar left. You're gonna drink.
Hi. You have to turn your TV down.
Earlier, somebody was saying that some strange things have been happening, and you thought perhaps that. Oh, I don't have a TV on. Hold on. Let me use my here. Perhaps that.
Yeah, if you turn. Yeah, just turn it down. Turn the volume down, all the way down. Oh yeah, I can't touch
You're
it.
gonna zap that phone. Don't touch
Okay.
it.
Right. Well, yeah, all you have to do is just turn your volume down on the screen.
I just my volume on it. I do get sending to other pages that acting up lately.
Okay.
We got this new 5G Wi-Fi in the house, and I thought it was going to be yay, but it's doing all kinds of great things.
Turn the phone this way.
All kinds of great things.
So I can hear.
Ever since May, so you know what? Surprised me at all.
Cool. Yeah.
You said my brother died in May.
Mm-hmm.
And my sister, with my sister's girl. And she can't get over it, so she was
Okay.
over the 30 years. And that's the first sibling that we've ever lost, and the first sibling that she had to help. And she can't come back from it. But somebody, I can take it first to meeting. She actually can see spirits in pictorial form and speak to them from life when they want to speak. Mostly, they just nod at each other and smile. I'm glad to go to the house and I can get them there, but not see the corporeal form. And I just talk out loud to her and say, "Who's in here? Okay, we both have to live in this house together because I don't have anywhere else to go. What do you say we be friends? You don't want me to turn the TV off? Okay, I'll leave it on, but we're going to have it moved so I can get some sleep." And
Okay.
I'm that kind of person. I'm that
So,
kind of person.
what is your, what question do you have? Terry? Terry?
We've been having somebody come in the house.
Terry? Yeah. Yeah, what question do you have, Terry?
That is, we've been having somebody come in the house.
Okay.
Somebody comes in to my door, walks straight past my door and into my sister's bedroom. And he's tall and dark hair, similar to your son, tight, with over 6 foot.
Okay.
And not my brother. And he disappears into my sister's room, and then I hear a conversation going on between her and the man. And I thought the man's voice sounded like my brother, but the person that went into her room did not look like him. So I walked into the room, and nobody's there, and she's asleep.
Okay.
What is that?
Well, that's, now, when you were, well, we know that you're pretty sensitive.
Yes, I can
Okay.
think people, but I don't speak for, I think very
Well,
rarely speak corporeal form. I mostly see the shadow people, which as you know, the shadow people were never people, they were never born.
Well, that's not true at all. That's not true at all. They were born.
Really?
Yes, they were born. They're just in a different dimensional, they're in a different dimensional existence.
I was told wrong then, with all those books that I read.
Oh, well,
I thought, some of them were good and some of them were bad, but they were never, given.
No, that's not true. They were actually human. They were actually human. They're just in a different dimensional existence. Remember, anything that has a shadow is still living. And if you're talking about shadow people, remember the existence that they are in, the dimensional existence that they are in is just different from ours.
Yeah, they try to get my attention all the time. They, for some reason, like me, I don't know, but I just talk to them and tell them, do anything you want to do, but just don't try to scare me. I turn the lights on when I'm in the shower.
Oh, yeah.
And, because sometimes those can be playful too,
They usually are.
They want attention, and if you talk out loud to them, they usually calm down. But I'm wondering, who is this person that I keep seeing coming in? I see a corporeal person, an actual person. I do feel everything raise up off my arms and my neck, the hair on my neck, everything. And I watch them go by, and it's not fear that I feel, because it doesn't feel like anything bad. It feels strange, unusual. And most of the time, in the beginning, I thought it was first time coming over late, because they used to do that. But I go in there after hearing them having a conversation for a while, and nobody's there. She's sound asleep.
Oh, that's okay. That's still they're still there. Sometimes they can communicate with people while they're asleep. And you being as sensitive as you are, you may have picked up that energy.
Well, we've always been able to hear each other. Candy and I, she's 1 year. We're not twins, but we're 1.5 years apart.
Mm-hmm.
But she has a really good, for instance, in Florida when we lived together in this apartment. She was way back in the back of the apartment, and there was no excuse by the graphicness. She was in the bathroom, and no toilet paper was there. And she said, "Carrie, bring me some toilet paper." I said, "Okay." So I got up, and I went down to the dark hall, and found the toilet paper and gave it to her. And she said, "Why did you bring this?" I said, "You just yelled at me and told me to." She said, "No." She said, "I was doing it in my head, but I didn't say it out loud." I said, "Well, you know that I can hear you when you do that, right?" I said,
Well, yeah.
So, yeah.
So you should be able to hear her as well. So maybe it was the son. Do you understand? It may have been that.
He's alive.
Well, you just said that you heard her talking to a person.
But it didn't sound like the son. It sounded more like my brother. It's like a deeper voice, the higher voice. The son has a higher voice than that.
Okay. Then whoever it was, they could have been talking. It could have been another shadow of that person. Remember, shadow, it's like what I told you before. Shadow people have been born. They do exist. They just exist in other realities. You have to know that there are so many different dimensions and realities besides the one that you're in right now.
I've often been told that after you go, you don't stay in the same form that you're now. And if you were to come back and appear to somebody, you usually come back and appear to them in your younger state. And I'm wondering if what I'm seeing go by is him in his younger body. Because that's how he sees himself now. Because the voice is his voice. And it's like he and she are having a long conversation. And a good one, both happy, and they're just chattering on like they always do. And I'll go in there, and nobody's there. And Candy says, Terry, nobody's been coming to see me. I say, Candy, you have lots of friends. They follow you. They follow her wherever she goes.
Okay.
She can't get away from them. They just follow her everywhere. Because they can see her light, the medium tunnel light, that some, can see, and they attach themselves to those people because they don't want to be lonely. And I don't know, they just follow her everywhere. Living in her Florida's house, they used to go down. They got a dark entity that went into the house and went downstairs. And she called her mom. She said, "Can you come in here and tell me if anybody's here?" And she said, "Yes, there's a dark shadow with you right now." She said, "But this does not feel right."
Okay.
So,
well, Terry, we'll have to talk about we'll have to talk about this a little later, okay? Because I have to answer other questions and everything. But I do need to say this to you: what you're hearing is real. You're not imagining it. And as I mentioned earlier, the dimensional curtains are getting even thinner. So you may see corporeal forms, okay?
I may be growing.
Yeah, well, I think you are growing, Terry. I do know you. Maybe other people don't know how sensitive you are, but I do. Okay.
I just especially not people I care about.
Yeah.
Need to know things happen before they happen. Sometimes I can make them avoid it, and sometimes not. Like with 9/11, I could avoid that, but other things, yeah. So you think that I really am seeing this corporeal person?
Yes, you are seeing what you're seeing. Don't doubt yourself. That's the thing. People doubt their vision every single day, and you can't doubt your vision.
I think you're right.
Yeah.
I just wanted to hear from you because I sort of have the same idea. But as long as you're not scared of it, then there's nothing wrong with that person. I mean, you can tell when there's something bad.
Yeah. And you can always tell if there's something bad. It'll be all right.
Okay.
Anyway, but we'll talk at length at some point, okay? So I need to catch up with you anyway.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes, we do need to catch up. Let me put your thing back up on my screen.
Okay.
So that I can listen in. Oh, I just wanted to say to everybody, I agree wholeheartedly with you from the very beginning speech that you made. Well, I don't say agree, first of all. A lot of us believe there were votes that were not, right. But we shouldn't hurt each other while we're trying to get all this frustration out. What we should be doing is being constructive and not destructive.
That's correct.
And I agree with what you're saying.
That's right. We need to be constructive. In some way, there's a lot of anger that people are feeling, and you can't negate their anger. But what you can do is direct them to doing something that is constructive. And that's what we're hoping for.
I've been trying to say to everybody, and you said it so well. I just wanted you to know that,
thank you.
I agree exactly what you said it.
Awesome.
You redirect it to something constructive. I read today, just today, that the people that are the head of the voting things. Only Hillary's
Well, that's okay. We don't want to talk about all of that. No, we're not going to get into any of that. Okay, but we're just, I'm just saying, we have to find a constructive way to deal with things. But I do want to thank you for calling in, and I'll talk to you later, okay? Okay. All right. I love you, Terry. Talk to you soon.
Bye-bye.
Bye. All right, that was Terry. Terry's a good friend of mine, and she is quite sensitive and does see what she sees. Although lately the energies have been really very, very interesting, causing people to doubt the things that they see. And those of you out there that are seers, and those of you out there that are intuitives and psychics and other telepaths and empaths, you are feeling and seeing what you're seeing. Don't doubt yourself. Maybe people don't understand that, but it's not up to you to make people understand. It's up to you to be and develop yourself. Okay? It is up to you to be of service to the universe. It is up to you to be of service of mankind. It is up to you to develop and evolve you. Okay. What else have you got?
Seth wants to know, is that beard real?
My beard is real.
Lucia says, I am in the process of writing a children's book and planning a few things revolving around it in regards to helping children develop their gifts. Do you feel that the coming months is an appropriate time to help / contribute in this way?
Of course. Of course it is. Go for it and do it well.
Develop it into it.
Yeah, so, and one day you will grow a beard like mine, and you will be able to do things with it like this.
I still think you need to put a bead in it.
No.
Let me put a bead in it.
No.
Let me put one bead.
Nay. Next thing you do want to bedazzle my beard. That's not going to happen.
That was what I was slowly working on.
But yeah, I think that's a great thing for you to do. The more that you use the talent that the universe has given to you, the more you will benefit the whole of this world. In case you people haven't noticed, all of this political stuff is really just a distraction. It really is to distract us from something bigger. Now think about what that bigger thing may be. So you have an opportunity here. The opportunity is for you to start using the gifts that you have. Start using those things that you are given the opportunity to be and do. All of us are rich. We may not be financially wealthy, all of us, but we are very, very spiritually wealthy. We are very, very mentally and even physically wealthy. Let's start using those things, huh?
Kelly asks, Shen had a UFO dream where the UFO came over to their place and a few friends were over, and she says me nor them saw it, and he was the only one who did see it, and he says that the ship flew by really quick, and by the window ship it said N7 on it. He was wondering what that was and was surprised no one else saw it and woke up. By the way, I have a question too, but need time to word it. Give me a minute.
Do I have it on today? No, I don't. Darn.
Took it off.
I took off my Mass Effect shirt.
Mass Effect.
N7.
Yes, I know. You are picking up on the latest news that Mass Effect 4, 3, I don't know.
Mass Effect 4.
Mass Effect Andromeda is being released next spring. Woo! They're bringing back Mass Effect. Hopefully they don't mess it up.
That's right.
Mass Effect. N7 is Normandy. The ship was called the Normandy. And they have N7 on their crew hats and stuff.
Now, beyond that, if N7 means something else that is significant, let's see. Well, it wouldn't be November 7th since November 7th has already passed. However, thinking in a numerological scale, that would be 5, 7. So 5/7, which would be May 7th. So if something happens around May 7th, that might be interesting. Just a thought. We'll have to wait for something to come out of that. But N7 is pretty solid. That he says extraterrestrials and N7, and that's basically Mass Effect. Ask him if he's waiting for the game.
I'm waiting for the game. Kelly also asks. She says, I feel I need a ceremony for closure. How does this work exactly, or how would I go about doing this? Like
Closure on what?
Like with someone who has passed.
Oh, okay. If someone has passed, well, the ceremony that I give people normally, which is a very effective ceremony because it will actually help you to disconnect from that person, is writing a letter and writing everything that you have to say to that person. Everything that wasn't said that needed to be said. All of your feelings, and then you are to seal that letter in an envelope and address it to that person, put postage on it like you're going to mail it, and then burn the letter. Take the ashes of that letter to a nearest body of water that is moving away from you and dump them in. And then turn and walk away. That will help you to disconnect from that person and give you the closure that you need. Now, you might want to re-watch this so that you can get that again. Okay? See, that there's this little bar that's right in front of us, so I can point to it, but you can't see it.
What are you pointing to?
See where it says that?
Stop broadcast.
Yeah, those things.
Broadcast.
It makes my hand look really big.
Makes it look like a giant tarantula. Jump in the line. One. Oh, what's that song? Rock your body in time.
Anyway, what else have we got? No, it's not the way you think about the banana song. Dale, Dale. Daylight
yeah.
come and me won't go home.
6 foot, 7 foot,
8 foot punch. All right.
Big tarantula.
What have you got?
They let nothing. They dance break song. Ready? You go.
Oh, I got a song for you.
Oh no. It's coming.
I have a pen. I have an apple. Apple pen. I have a pen. I have pineapple. Pineapple pen. Apple pen. Pineapple pen. Pen, pineapple, apple pen.
I like the long pen.
I have a pen. I have a pen. Longer pen. Anyway, no more questions? Okay, well, I want to.
I guess Kelly posted PPAP right before you said it.
So
Seth says, I prefer werewolves to vampires. What about you?
I prefer. Oh, it depends. I like werewolves. Werewolves are awesome. I prefer werewolves as well. Vampires, I have very little tolerance for. I just do. Sorry. For those of you out there that like vampires, hey, I'm a weird person. Stealing people's energy is not cool.
What about were-rats? They're real. Why do wolves have to be the only ones that can be were?
I said person. I said
rats.
were person.
Where
Okay.
lives matter.
You're a were rat. I'm a were lion.
Where?
Get it?
What?
Anyhow, yeah,
So
I prefer werewolves.
She said, evidently Kelly also posted the long pen thing too.
Yeah. But anyway,
Seth says, on a serious note, I'm putting together an audiobook about werewolves. I will share it with you soon.
Awesome. Yeah. Me and werewolves go way back. And, you know, I'm a vampire disconnector.
Were-panthers, she says. What about were-panthers?
Were-panthers are cool.
Were-orcas. Were-penguins.
Okay, say were-orcas. That didn't even make any sense.
Can aquatic animals be were?
You can beware of aquatic animals.
Where? I don't know what that would. I just blew a fuse.
Yeah.
I blew a fuse in my mind. So it's like, wait a minute. If they're in the
I
ocean.
thought she said she blew a piece of her mind and it flew out of her nose.
If they're in the ocean, would they still be where? I need to find out what that where is in Latin.
No.
Where that where.
See, Kazi watches too much anime.
Yes.
And she comes up with really strange stuff.
No, the prefix where. The prefix where. What does it mean? It's Latin for something.
Where?
Yeah.
Part or changed into or
so where it can still be
the whole
aquatic.
It's an operative thing, you know, where person, which basically means
yes,
quasi person, quasi wolf.
So they can be aquatic were animals.
They call them mermaids.
Were penguin.
No.
Penguin people.
Nobody ever wants to be a penguin. No.
You're so wrong.
Hey Seth, do you ever watch Grimm? It's a good show. Grimm's a pretty good show.
Kelly says she's a were-whale. Only she was a typo, so she put were-hail.
I think they call it a narwhal.
Seth says, looking to get you involved in the audiobook about werewolves.
Sure.
He has a great face for radio. I stole your joke.
Would you like me to do a voiceover? I can be a voiceover.
Do your Scottish about the
I
werewolf.
can be a Scottish werewolf. I need Edgar Allan Poe. It doesn't work unless I have Edgar Allan Poe there. You know. I can be a Scottish werewolf. Or maybe I can just sound like Morgan Freeman.
Who?
Morgan Freeman. Morgan Freeman.
Kelly says she has a friend who only dreams in anime style, apparently. She says, I don't even know that's even possible. I said, what? I want that.
Yeah. You know.
That's only happened like once.
Oh, we have 2 turkeys for tomorrow.
Why?
I don't know. Probably to eat. All of you that are eating tomorrow, please keep the natives in South Dakota in mind, please. Just
is she bringing that by today?
Try. I'm hoping she does.
Because I have
Okay, don't just look at it as a day where you just get together and stuff yourselves in, or maybe that's a good way to look at it, and try not to get into the false, you know, Thanksgiving story, because it is completely false. Just so that you all know that, you know. Remember, I deal in spirituality. Spirituality is reality. That whole story about the pilgrims and that, it was phony. It's totally phony. See if you can find out what the real story is. And, you know, be thankful that there are still natives around. Okay? And think about these people. And do something kind on that day. Okay? Other than that, you all have your families that are coming over. Are you going to somebody else's family or going to someplace else to visit family? We all have the same families, in case nobody's noticed. There's all of the family that you get along with, and then there's that one person. There's that one mofo that just, you know, nobody wants to talk about. Try to get along even with that person. Okay? And then realize that, truthfully, we are all family. We are all family. You know, we may come from different spots in this magnificent universe or even the multiverse, but we are all still family. Try to keep that in mind. And for you people that don't like other people eating meat,
Tofurkey.
Okay, stay over there, eat your tofurkey, you'll be fine.
I like
okay. And for you people that are meat eaters that don't like vegetarians, Eat your turkey. Fall asleep. You'll be fine. And I might give a little advice. Don't sit around all day waiting to eat. Do some exercise.
Come on.
Do something to, maybe get yourself ready to eat. And then afterwards, wait a little bit, take a walk, digest some of your food, maybe get a little bit of exercise and eat some more. Okay? And make sure you all have magnificent things to eat. And for those of you that may need things such as dinner rolls, you can come by to, or dinner rolls or pies or other tasty treats. We at Daily Bread Bakery will be open tomorrow until 2. Just so that you know. Daily Bread Bakery is located at 131 Austin Trail West in Standish. That is Maine. 04084. There you will notice that there are a lot of people that they're waiting to meet your bread and pastry needs. And we have better coffee than Aroma Joe's. In fact, we have real coffee. Okay, so you might check that out. So anyway, what else have you got? Anything?
No.
We can just talk tonight, people. We can just talk about great things. We can do fun things. What? What are you doing? Nothing. Don't worry about it. You just stay doing what you're doing. Now, the Unicorn Knight would like to say something. What do you have to say, Mr. Unicorn Knight, with your tag? Still on you. I just want to say to everybody, have a happy harvest day. Be of good cheer, for the Unicorn Warrior is watching. Well, thank you very much, Mr. Unicorn Knight. Thank you for coming by.
That's terrible.
No, it's not. That's great. Seth liked it.
Yeah.
Get on the page. Get off of that. So, for those of you that have some gift, or you've seen something, or you'd like to know what it is that you see, or you need just some coaching in how to develop the gifts that you have, I do teach classes. If you're interested in classes in the paranormal, the metaphysical, the spiritual, or the mystical, you can contact us at www.unicorn-cove.com. Okay, or you can give us a call at area code 207-347-5686. We will sit and determine what area you need work in, and then we will begin your classes. Okay, and then you can ask more questions. Okay, anything at all?
No.
Well, this is just a fun night. I know that everybody's had a hard week,
I've had a hard year.
and it's only like Wednesday, so this is kind of hump day. And you get over the hump, and then you'll go to Throwback Thursday. The only difference is, if you go to Throwback Thursday, does that mean you have to go over the hump again? Yeah, throwback and then over the hump. All right. So what's that time like?
8:26.
Oh, we still got time. So are there any questions? Is there anything that some of you want to know? We will be eating tomorrow too.
We are.
Uh-oh.
What? What is uh-oh? What? Right. Anybody see any new animes? Any new animes? Anybody?
Nobody watches anime except for you and Kelly.
Kelly. Lucia might. Lucia,
Lucia doesn't watch anime.
He should.
He doesn't.
He should.
No. He doesn't. He's too busy doing stuff.
Like, I'm not busy doing stuff?
Yeah, but you do
Excuse
stuff at the night. He has other things that he wants to do. He's not interested in anime. He has a band.
He has a band?
Yeah, he's part of a band.
You have a band, Lucia?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, they're called the Luchadors.
Seriously? Or you're making that up?
I just made it up. Seemed appropriate.
Anyways, since I have a lot of time on my hands, according to you.
Yes, you do.
I watch. Says the man with the Pokemon ringtone. Just talk to her brain's gonna.
No.
Terry used to watch anime. Yes.
Terry's cool.
Yes, Terry, you were awesome.
Terry's cool like
Did
that.
you?
Here, I'm going to talk to this person because she's kind of clueless. And we can do pretty much anything we want to do this evening. So.
We can. I have the
Yes.
cutest picture of a chinchilla.
Okay, Kazi.
He said anything.
You do know that I'm doing the show, right? You do know that I'm doing the show right now. And you called 3 times. Just bring them. Yeah, no, we're not. Just, okay, bye.
Special. Which did she like? Oh.
Oh, I thought you were doing.
You're right. She does share.
It's okay. Not a problem at all. I straightened it out. See, that was my disciplinary voice.
Kelly says, "Man, anime is awesome. Z, you watch anime too. Stop trying to sound cooler than us." That's right. Why you always lie?
I do not
Oh my
watch
God.
anime. Unless it's like Kenichi or...
Which is
It's-
anime.
No, it's a show.
Anime.
It's real. Kenichi's real. It's not anime.
Shen asks how the bakeries do.
The bakery is still there. We're making sure that the bakery stays there. With
We need to
I'm
paint
doing my best.
the sides. Oh, your buddy came by today.
Yeah, Robert.
Yeah.
Robert Foley.
Cheryl says, "I finally made it in time to see y'all live."
Well,
Cheryl.
I am so glad you dropped by to see us. Good to see you.
Shen is asking if anything funny has happened at the bakery.
Lots of stuff funny happens at the bakery.
We had a birthday party on Sunday.
Yeah, we had a wonderful birthday party. It was Teus's birthday, one of my oldest students and good friend of mine. She's family, actually, so I can't even say that. She wanted for her birthday to invite some of the children, the little girls that come in for their tea parties, to tea parties. So Teus had a tea party with them, and we were all there, and we, had a nice spread, and the 3 little girls came and their parents, and it was really funny. It was a lot of fun. Notwithstanding the other funny things, such as things getting baked wrong or something over-rising or things like that, you'd actually have to be there to see them as funny. But the little girls were a riot. They started, mimicking each other. They were dancing. They were so cute, very adorable, and they all know that I'm a sucker. So, yeah, I have not figured out. I have no defense against little girls. Sorry, none. I mean, to do anything, pretty much. Their mom said, "Oh, no more for you," and I'm like, "Your mother said no more after this, okay? So no more." So we have a good time at the bakery, though. I mean, it's actually quite cool when you think about it. If you have your own bakery, it means that you can do almost anything with it as long as you keep it within legal guidelines. And we have just branched off into serving things like eggs and hot cereal and waffles. And, every once in a while we have a taco day, and it's fun. I have started doing my epic hot chocolate thing.
Magic cereal.
Yeah, I just said that. Hot cereal, or I call it magic cereal, which is based upon the book that I wrote. The book that I wrote is called The Way of the Unicorn, and yes, you can order it on Amazon. If you go to Amazon and order The Way of the Unicorn, you will get my book. Yes, I am a published writer. I'm a very accomplished writer. You know, I wrote one book and I have 2 more to write, so I will do that at some point in time once I finish the film that I'm doing.
Amy asks, ever heard of selkies?
I've heard
Seals
of
that
selkie,
can
yes.
change to uniform.
Yes.
Wear seals.
Yes.
See, they have fancy names.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, selkies.
Selkies.
Most of them are located off in Ireland. Ireland.
Ireland.
Ireland. You know, that thing that most people claim to be. They claim to be Irish.
Scottish too.
And Scottish.
Burrows.
And native. So yes, I've heard of selkies. Probably met a couple. Oh, it's true. I've actually seen Bigfoot or a Sasquatch.
That's a good story.
Yeah, I've actually seen a Sasquatch. Actually, I saw a whole group of them, which was really strange. You know that they're telepathic, right? You know, those of you that know anything of Sasquatches, they are telepathic, very telepathic. And I was scanning them at the same time as they were scanning me, and their scanners are a lot better than mine. Just a lot, you know. I wouldn't have even caught them had I not been telepathic. I would not have caught them. They moved so swiftly, so deftly. You know, that footage that you see that they spread all over the world, that misinformation thing, where you saw this lumbering beast that was walking across, that was not a Sasquatch. And I don't care what anyone says. They were nothing like that beast or whatever that was, a person in costume. They were nothing like that. So.
That's all I got.
Is that all you got? All right.
Yeah.
I would like to wish you all a very, very blissful and a very, very prosperous harvest day. Okay? I would like to have all of you be good to each other. And all of you find peace in whatever you're doing. May tomorrow be a beautiful and peaceful day for you all. And just to ensure that, I will say a brief prayer for you. Whether you be Christian, whether you be whatever your religion is, I don't care. This prayer is for everyone. I am very Christ-centered. That does not mean that I'm a religious person. I happen to know Jesus, or the person that we call Jesus personally. Okay? Most Holy Father, Divine Mother in heaven, I know as Elohim, Yahweh, Adonai, Allah, Jehovah, El Shaddai, the Holy Master. We come before you in the name and nature of the Christ I know as Jesus. And we ask that you grant us all peace, that you grant us protection, that you allow no evil to come nigh us nor our dwelling place. We ask that you send your mighty guardian angels to encamp themselves around and about us, to keep us safe from all harm, to guard, protect, and shield us against darkness, against all negativity, and against all evil. We ask for your divine protection on top, bottom, left, right, front, back, and inside. And we ask that you bring us beauty, love, peace, joy. And may this day that is upon us, that we know as Thanksgiving, we know as Harvest Day, that we will harvest good things. We will sit with each other in peace and enjoy and have a wonderful day with family and all of our family. Not just those that we were born with, but those that are born on this planet and other places. We all personally would like to thank you personally. I said that twice,
You
I
said
know.
that twice, yeah.
But we would like to thank you personally for all that you have done with us, all that you have done for us, for all that you've gotten us through, and for all that you will get us through. Our nation is in peril right now, but we do know that it will be fine, and even this trouble shall pass. Finally, we ask that you grant us all a peaceful night, peaceful days. In the name and nature of the Christ I know as Jesus, I say this on behalf of all that are listening and all that will listen. Thank you. Amen. Amen.
Amen.
We'll see you all next week on Ask the Unicorn. What?
Yeah, and you need to contact Mike and Melinda.
I will. Why?
This is not a question, just the line to let you know that I love and miss you, my brother. They need to talk to you.
I am always thinking of you. I will talk to you soon. Until we meet again, Unicorn out. Good night.